I'm going to do another week-long video where I film everything we build on site. This week we want to really heavily focus on the AEG framer. I've recently started using it, and in this video I want to do a few tests, test out how good the battery is, how good the gun is, and we'll see how it goes while I'm using it all week. We are continuing this week at the exact same job that we finished off at last week. And we're just going to carry straight on from where we left off in the last video, and that is going through and building these trays between the posies. If you haven't seen my past video on all the complications in building this rooftop balcony, these posies are for that balcony. What we have to do is go through and frame out in between every single posie to build these little small trays for the roof. The way we are building these is by going through right now off the ladder, building 2 whalers going the entire way down on the posie, and then I can jump onto the top, do little trimming blocks going across from the whalers at 700 centers, and then we're going to sit valley board on top of that. I'm going to start testing the AEG framer while we build these by seeing how many nails it can shoot with one fully charged battery. This is an 18 volt 5 amp battery, and I just took it straight off the charger and put it straight into the gun. If you've seen a few of my videos, you've probably seen one of these tests before. I've tried to do them with a lot of different guns. The way I'm going to accurately count how many nails it shoots is by counting every single time I change a rack of nails. One rack holds 40 nails, so every time I go through a single rack, I'll write that down, and that's 40 more nails shot. And at the end, we can count how many nails are left in the magazine and work out the overall nails shot from the gun. Say when. Beauty, other side. Beauty. Happy?
I think so.
And this is the high point here, so I've got to stop it there. We're gonna have to put a block in there afterwards to hold that.
Yeah. So here, alright, yeah?
Come to me. We'll go about there for all of them. Sweet, they're all pretty good. At least that's half of the roof trimmed out. I'm gonna quickly shoot on the valley boards, and then with all the steel in place, the elevator, that's the hardest half to do. That tomorrow should be a breeze. We should fly through that. That should be enough. Get them in there. That's gonna chew through the nails. That's 600. 600 shot, and she's down to 2 bars left. I just died. That's 680 nails, and this went from 2 bars in the battery to dead within 80 nails as well. Maybe she overheated. I just left, yeah, we left it for like 2 minutes and she's shooting again. I did go pretty crazy on it, so I wonder if it just overheated, and it's back to 2 bars as well. A second ago it was down to 1 bar. I might keep nailing these then, and I'll slow down on the gun and make sure it doesn't overheat. It's almost another rack. That's that half of the roof done. We'll keep going with that test tomorrow. I think the battery's almost dead. But after the Haikoki, I'm not just gonna start shooting random timbers together, because that was almost dead in that test, and I still shot another 200 nails. Alright, I've made a very stupid, simple mistake. This box gutter is 25mm too high. We've got to drop it down 25mm. I was working my way down to get the heights. I came down that initial 70mm that we needed, 25mm for the valley board on the boxy, and then I did a 70mm step down to this boxy here. Oh, then I did a 40mm flow for the boxy, then a 70mm step down, and I've just missed one of the measurements of the valley board. So this is 25mm too high. We're gonna have to go through this whole box gutter and drop everything to 25mm. It's really frustrating because it's such a dumb, stupid mistake. Very annoying. What I want to do anyways, we'll leave this boxy, that has to get fixed, but while we hiss it up together, I still want to just stay and get all these trays done. We'll build the trays, get them done, get them finished, the bulk of the work, then I can run around. Might even stay back tonight and do it in my own time to fix it, because it's a stupid mistake. You good? Happy? Flicked. Other side. Happy? I'm gonna jump up and we're gonna work out where these 700s land. If we can minimize doing, we just want to minimize timber right now. We don't need a whaler from where you are to here. I can do one next to that strong back there, or that upright there. One next to that upright. I just want to make sure we can get one in that little section there. I just want to make sure we're not going to be hitting that if we go across that place. So what we're looking at is, we got a bit of 45. We can only fit 40 in there, and then it's going to hit that point. So even if we just rip something to like 85 mil or 80 mil, I'm happy with that. And then we can slide something in that first bay there. We can slide something in that bay, something in that bay, and then we just need small whalers for the end there because that's where they hit the angle bits. You're going to go through that gap there? Yep. Is that going to... Well, you're going to have to go over that beam on the outside. Come to me. And we'll need another one of... Yeah, definitely another one of those to get the whole length. Beautiful. Maybe what we do... I'll leave that there for now. We've got our lines flicked at the bottom, so maybe we start and we do those back few off that line. And we can do our blocks on top, and then we can flick a line on top of that and get these shut off. So I'll jump back down, Mitchie, and we'll worry about these in a sec. I'm just gonna get a shot in here. That's 840. It's dead. Alright, so AEG do say that it can shoot 1000 nails using the 6 amp battery. So we're using the 5 amp for this test, so I think 848 nails is pretty decent. For a comparison, I did the same test with the Hikoki gun just a month or two ago. Same battery, it was a 18 volt battery, 5 amp hours. We got there, 720 nails shot. So the AEGs managed to shoot over 100 more nails than the Hikoki. I was just having a look too, I've done the same test with the Milwaukee framer. I just scrolled through my TikTok to try to find the video and I realized I filmed this about a year ago for the Milwaukee gun. I tested it, I have the results, but I actually never edited the video and posted it. So I might have to redo that one, I've lost the footage now. Because I really am interested to compare the Milwaukee and then also the DeWalt doing the same test with the same 5 amp battery. Between the AEG and Hikoki though, the AEG can obviously shoot more nails with the same battery, and in my opinion, I think it is more powerful as well. We'll do a quick test now to see how powerful this gun is. Another thing I want to test with this gun is the power that it has. We've got LVL studs here, a double LVL stud, and I need to laminate it. You can see the you can see where the prefab guys laminated it. The nails are sticking out just a little bit. Don't know what guns they would have used, but it's tough studs. It's hard to shoot all the way through. What I want to do though is just go as quick as we can and see how well they really punch. Just gonna sit that there. That is impressive. You have a look, we firstly shot so quick, Pazzo can't keep up with that speed. But secondly, every single nail is actually punched. There's that nail we're looking at before that the prefab guys shot in. If we go down there, you can't see anything else sticking out. And that's where all those nails are that we just shot right then. It's awesome about the gun, it's obviously got a really quick rapid fire, really quick bump fire from what we just saw. That is definitely the quickest gun that I've ever used, the quickest gun on the market. Quicker than the Hikoki, Milwaukee, Pazzo, and DeWalt. They're the ones I have used. This thing is quick and does pack a punch. You good there?
Yep.
Sweet. Good? Yeah. Got it. Sweet. So when you're good, beautiful. I'm gonna shoot, I'm just gonna do every second for now. We'll work it straight as we go. The temp tennis grip tape job on the stiletto has come to an end. It's just falling apart on me. Yeah, it's come undone.
Where's your box?
Another round.
Box? Oh, I think it's like buried in tools in my car. I hope. I haven't seen it for a few days. I'm gonna slip while trying to hit stuff. I'll give the Immy a bit of a workout today, see how it goes. I've tried it on a few like odd jobs, just doing a few screws, but we're gonna start screwing off all the roof battens. And the question is it gonna burn out? Are we gonna be able to do 100 screws in a row? I reckon it should be alright. We don't have any fall protection, so I'm just gonna do those ones on the edge off a ladder, play it safe. Honestly, this is the best impact that I've ever used. We did recently do a test comparing this to Milwaukee, DeWalt, Makita, and Makita's 40 volt. We're gonna test all of these impactors and find out which one's the best. Firstly, we do have 4 18 volt impactors. We're gonna put them head to head with each other. And then I also wanna have a go at Makita's 40 volt impactor and see how good that one is. All right, starting with Makita's 18 volt, we're gonna try drive this 150mm bugle screw into some treated pine. I do think this will be the slowest out of all the impactors. Off the bat, it has started quite slow, it is struggling, and that does get that screw in a time of just under 9 seconds. The Milwaukee is so much quicker straight away, that has powered through, and that's finished just under 5 seconds. The DeWalt looked good to start with, it started strong, but that has slowed down so much towards the end. I was expecting a lot better from DeWalt, but that was the slowest time so far at just over 9 seconds. The AEG is blowing me away with how quick it is. We got a time of 4.3 seconds there. So out of the 18 volt drivers, the AEG did win. The Milwaukee wasn't too far behind it, but the DeWalt and the Makita 18 volt, they were nowhere near. But the next question is it gonna be better than Makita's 40 volt impactor? It started quite strong, but that time is actually gonna come in slower than both the Milwaukee and the AEGs, which I'm honestly very surprised about. Look, honestly, it's not the most accurate test because this is brand new out of the factory. You would expect the battery to be a little bit better, but the Makita 40 volt is only a few months old and it did beat that in the test. I got this level with all the AEG tools and we haven't tried it out yet. I'm gonna build a small little flashing tray. It's not really a box cutter. I'm gonna build it through there and we'll give this a little test and see how accurate that is. That's not good. I would say that bubble is pretty much perfect and we need to go up 3mm. Right, that reads right. Bubble's not great. Auto-calibrated too. I don't know what we trust. It's a brand new. I'm gonna go off the bubble, but at least it's only a mil out over 600. Isn't horrible, but isn't great. Probably should have done this earlier, but I do want to test this, see if the bubble's out or if the actual digital calibrator is out. We've got this 1200 here. That's perfect. We'll spin it around. I actually haven't tested this yet either. I think that's slightly out. What I do want to do though is if we put that down, bubble is, I'd say that's perfect there. Gonna put it in the same place. It's perfect there too, which kind of means that the bubble should be fine. Spin it around, let's try this one more time. Alright, bubble's perfect there. We'll turn this on. 0. It's saying it's perfect now. Right, I don't understand it. We definitely had a bit of discrepancy on the roof. Now it's saying it's perfect. Maybe I just screwed up something before, but that's odd. That's close to perfect. If anything, that's a mil to the right. We spin it. That's saying 0 at least. I mean, I would kind of expect that with how close to perfect that is. It's a bit to the right. To get it perfect, I'm gonna pull a level off. Honestly, about a 1/5 of a mil. All right, never mind, it's pretty good. I thought we might have had some issues with this brand new level, but I retract what I say. It seems like it actually is all right. We're done for the day. I didn't film too much today. Did a lot of work on the roof battens, framing out for the skylights, and upstairs on that balcony, there's been a lot of changes in terms of bracing the balcony walls. So we're cutting stuff out, installing steel in there today, helping out with that. There's a lot of slow work going through, getting ready for that. And tomorrow's gonna be the same. It's just a lot of changes to over-engineer, over-brace things. For now though, we're gonna head off and quote a job. The job is for a fence. I don't know what style of fence, how big of a fence, I don't know much about it. All I know is someone wants a fence, so we'll go have a look at it. And what I'm gonna do, not in this video, but I'm gonna film the process of me quoting the job, what I quote it for, how much I quote it for, And if I get the job, I'm gonna do a full video on me quoting the job, me doing the job, and then talking about how much I earned from the job. So that should be pretty cool. So last day of the week, we're back at the frame, doing a lot of additional stuff. We've got this 9045 KD hardwood, and it's been glued together overnight. I'll jump up, I'll show you what we're gonna do with this. The decking's gonna stop on this posi here, and this wall is gonna be where our glass balustrade comes out from. So the main issue we have is we're going to be screwing the glass balustrade into this 9045 pine. We're going to go through, strap the ball down to make sure that's solid. But the concern is the screws ripping out of the pine. Like when we get a lot of wind, just hitting it here, it's going to get a lot of wind. That's why we're going to take this off and replace it with a double KD hardwood in here. So we'll cut down 45mm, lower that 45mm, and then when the screws for the glass balustrade channel go into the double KD hardwood, there's honestly should be no reason at all, or nothing that can actually strip them up and pull them up in the wind. So that's what we're going to be doing for this whole length through here, and a small return to where that steel column is there. That's where the glass balustrade is going to be. We did jump on and start pulling up the small little nib wall where we're going to put the 9045 KD in. But before we did start putting that in, we changed plans and continued working on these upstairs balcony walls. There was a lot of extra work in these. The plans showed no bracing requirements, no engineering requirements. All the steel you see weren't meant to be up here. We had to bring in and add a lot of additional things to properly brace these walls. Otherwise, of all the wind that we got up here, the walls would just get knocked around and sway in the wind and crack in no time. Honestly, I didn't film as much as I usually do for this week. The main reason for that is it wasn't very exciting work. A lot of the work this week, we're changing things, over-engineering things, doing a lot of fiddly small jobs instead. Haven't been able to film much today and also yesterday because it's all been fiddly work like this. Alright, so this is that F17 we were talking about this morning. Right now it's just been glued together, clamped together overnight, so it's stuck together. But what we will be doing is connecting it to that steel, and to get it to the correct height, it's going to be 35-45 pine, that on top of it. And to make it strong, we've got a bolt going the entire way through about 170mm of timber and into the steel. Once again, the entire reason for this is when we screw our screws that are holding the glass balustrade into the F17, there should be no chance for the screw to strip out of the timber. The pine's a bit more soft, so with a lot of wind and a lot of movement, there's a small chance. Probably won't happen anyway, but there's a tiny chance that the screw could come out of that pine. There's no chance that it will ever come out of this. These should line up. That one's good, that one's not good. The issue is right now, some of these bolts are on an angle, so they probably line up the hole exactly where they come out of the timber. So I'm going to hit them back up, and then they should all work. Now this should work. There's 1, 2. That's 3. That one's off by a fair bit. I don't know what happened here, but I got to try to fix this hole. They're all hidden, it should be good. This video did feel a bit jumpy this week, and the reason for that is I did have to cut out a lot of things, and we're going to keep that content for next week. I did go to the new trade store TKD this week, bought about $2,500 worth of new tools. The reason I didn't include this in this video is it was a sponsored segment from TKD. I couldn't get that organised and finalised in time, so next week we will include that part, and that does mean that we've got a lot of new tools that we will be testing and having a look at next week.